you know what one of the fastest growing businesses is in the US? Storage facilities. Really, really. They're a booming business here. And why is that, you may ask? Well, to house the many positions, the too many possessions to fit in one place problem. Storage facilities are even made the big time as a reality TV series called Storage Wars. It's about people who buy storage units, sight unseen, that renters have defaulted on, only to turn a profit by reselling its contents. Yes, we are indeed consumers. And our modern world is built on commerce, on buying and selling goods, and we are talked to and treated as consumers. We've been educated to be consumers by very smart companies and their advertisers to need products, products that always claim to satisfy a need or a desire. So we try and we buy more stuff, more gadgets, more lotions and potions, more food and clothing. We spend more on cars, services, entertainment, and possessions, all in the name of happiness. Hence the joke goes, the one who dies with the most toys wins. Years ago, I worked in a research clinic, and among other studies, hoarding was studied. At the time, hoarding wasn't as prevalent as it is today, with some 19 million people suffering from the disorder. The irony isn't lost on me that hoarding is such an issue in the US, and again, that storage facilities are one of the fastest growing industries. When our access to goods, resources, and services grows easier every day, that such a disorder would explode as access to goods and resources grows ever easier with the touch of a screen seems logical to me. But this begs the question, how much do we need? Do we really need to live well? Today, we begin the fifth and final precept that looks at this very issue. It reads, aware of the suffering caused by unmindful consumption, I undertake the training to cultivate good health, physically and mentally, by practicing mindful eating, drinking, and consuming. This month, I'd like us to consider the idea of unmindful consumption, what it means operationally. What do we need to live well? How much do we need? This is an alive inquiry because the answers will keep changing over the course of our life. But at any time, it's a useful inquiry. Today, so much is available to us with the swipe of a finger. Delayed gratification is almost a thing of the past, a quaint idea that is almost as obsolete as a Christmas club or layaway. Every day can be a shopping holiday with Amazon, and with same-day delivery, no need to wait. We expect immediate gratification. If not, we'll swipe right and find something else to gratify us. But we have history with collecting and storing items. Our need to collect things is actually a survival advantage. Our ancestors who were able to gather scarce food, needed objects, and clothing were more likely to live longer. We buy the things that we may need for later on, and we store them. This is an asset to our survival. Monastics, on the other hand, vow to live a life of voluntary simplicity, with only a few requisites necessary for living: robes, an alms bowl, a razor, a needle and thread, a belt, and a water strainer for removing impurities from drinking water. Though today, even monastics have a few more creature comforts than that. They still honor the vow of a simple life and of taking only what they need or what is offered. Yet we lay folk, we householders, live far more complex lives with demands on our time, money, and resources. We work, we have bills, we live in houses and apartments. We need transportation. We have relationships that need tending to and have needs as parents and caregivers. But do we really need everything that we have? Some years ago now, Bill and I rented out our house, let go of our private practices, and went on a long, silent retreat. This is when I shaved my head. And I have never regretted letting go of the fussing over my hair or the expense. And I assure you, in retrospect, it was a burden lifted, and it still is. But when we returned from that long retreat back to Boston a few years later, I was not the same. We were not the same. Our values were not the same. We didn't immediately return and put our house back the way it was. No. It was a process of discerning who we were now and what we needed to live well. Slowly, I began to reconfigure the house such that it reflected who we were. What remained were only the meaningful and useful artifacts that spoke to us. We simplified. Our living spaces are alive. They reflect how we live and what we value. What we buy now is based on what we need to live well. So this month, I'd like us all to consider this idea of mindful consumption and unmindful consumption. What do they mean operationally? When we are buying something, is it out of habit, out of boredom, out of the desire to have? Or are we buying something out of a real need? The invitation here is to look more closely, more carefully. No judgment, but let's practice being wise consumers. Let's assess what we actually need and what we need to hold on to support our well-being. Mindful consumption suggests that we appraise our purchases and our belongings to see if or how they still hold value for us. Since we can't take anything with us when we go, well, what do we want to hold on to? What really matters to us? What do we need to live well? And how much do we need? Live the question, as Rumi suggests. Live the question and keep asking it, because the answers will keep changing over the course of our life. We can do this. It's for our welfare to look in this way. Thank you for your kind attention. And now, if you will, let's kindly turn our attention, our gaze to the body and open it up. If it feels comfortable, raise the arms up over the head, clasp one wrist, lean over to that side, and take a nice full inhalation, opening up the whole of the interior, nice full exhalation, softening and settling all the way down through the torso, into the legs, into the feet, onto the ground. Come on back through center, clasp the other wrist, lean over to the other side, open up the side body, take a nice full inhalation, opening up the whole of the interior, nice full exhalation, softening and settling all the way down onto the ground. And slowly release the arms. And if you will, put one hand on the opposite leg, thigh, knee, and turn your body. And in the twist, take a nice full inhalation in the twist. Nice full exhalation in the twist. Come on back through the middle and come to the other side. Twist over onto the other side. Nice full inhalation. Nice full exhalation. Come on back to center. And maybe let's just do some shoulder rolls. Forwards to back 3 times. Back to front 3 times. Shake the shoulders out. And if you will, take your fingertips and bring them on up to the jaw and gently rub the jaw, massage the jaw, tap on the jaw and the cheek. Maybe part the teeth so the jaw gets to hang a little slack. When that feels complete, you can put the hands down and let them come to rest. And if it feels comfortable, gently close the eyes, let go of the outside world, and bring the attention into the interior. Keep allowing the body to settle down, come into a comfortable posture. Feel into breathing. How is the body breathing? And very gently, if you will, place your attention around the eyes and soften around the eyes, around the forehead. Draw the attention down the sides of the face. Let the jaw and the cheeks be soft. And on the next exhalation, draw the attention down the neck, the tops of the shoulders, let them settle down. Draw the attention down the arms and into the hands. And on the next exhalation, draw the attention down the torso. And with the next exhalation, all the way down through the legs into the feet onto the ground. Sense into the whole of the body sitting here breathing. And let's invite a bit of warmth into the atmosphere. Feeling a sense of kindness and care for how it feels in the present moment. And for the next little while, let's form the intention to stay out of the thought world. Stay squarely in the field of the immediate experience and give attention to the experience of comfort and ease. with kind eyes, with a warm heart, breathing in, opening up, breathing out, letting go of tension and stress. And one more time, sensing into the body sitting here, breathing. Feel into any ease that's available to you right now and breathe with that experience of ease. Make much of that. And now drop in the awareness of all of us sitting here with you and you sitting here with us. Each of us making room for ourselves and each other. Breathe with the blessing of that.